Start. Hello and welcome to the Freedom Life School podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Today's podcast is about fate and designing your destiny. But before we get into the podcast, I just want you to know that I am creating a course about how to find yourself, reconnect with yourself, and find happiness. And you can get the course for absolutely free if you go to freedomlifeschool.com/free live workshop. I am going through the process of completing the course, but I want to make sure that everything that I want and can give you is in the course. So if you can answer the one question which is on there, which is your number one question of how to reconnect with yourself and find happiness, press submit and bingo bada bosh. As soon as it is complete, you will get the course absolutely free. It is a 6 weeks course that's going to help you transform your life, to reconnect with yourself and truly find inner happiness. Now, on to today's podcast. We are talking about finding your destiny and meeting fate. And what do I mean by that? Is when we are using the technique of mindfulness and creative visualization, we are creating our own fate and we are meeting and creating our own destiny. And how is that working? Well, what happens is when we're sat down or when we're laid down and we are thinking about our future and how we want to be and how we want to portray ourselves, and we're thinking about the emotions and everything that comes with what you'll feel like when you achieved your goals, then you are living by your destiny because you've already created it. So obviously it's your destiny. You may have the calling, you may have things come into your life that you didn't realize before until you started going down this path, which then gives you a different direction, then it gives you a different path. So meeting fate just means that you are doing what you're supposed to do. And if you are thinking about what you're supposed to be doing all the time, then you'll obviously get what you're thinking about. Thomas Edison said, you get what you think about most of the time. So is there things in your life right now that you'd like to change, or you'd like to say would improve if you thought about where you was going in life? I must admit, before I went down this path, I was living every day as if it were just all one blur. I had no intention. I had no enthusiasm. I had no positivity. I had no compassion. I had nothing that made my life any different than I'd say to most other people's, because we all live day to day, living in the emotions from the past. So each day we had the same emotions. So each day we were just passing us by. How many times have you said, wow, it's March already, or wow, this year's flowing by? So we don't actually realize what we're doing. And before we know it, a year's gone, 5 years is gone, 10 years is gone. My daughter's going to be 9 this year. So for the first 7 years of her life, I was stuck. I was feeling trapped. I was feeling like a slave to what everyone should be doing. But I wasn't living happy to myself. And I can say that because them years, first 7 years, flown by. And I can think back to what I've done in the last up to them 7 years to achieve the life that I wanted to do. And I didn't put anything into it. I didn't realize there was no ability there to think about a better life. I just thought I had to go to work that I hated doing. I thought I had to live unhappy. I thought I had to be dictated by other people. Then I found my path. I found my calling when I realized that there is a better life out there and I don't have to live by what other people want me to. So, as I say, it's all about finding your destiny and what you want to do. And how to do that? Well, That's the easy part. Find out what you're truly, truly passionate about doing, and then figure out if you want to take that path in your life. If you feel like you want that, and you can then put forth that energy, that vibration, that wave, to that's how you want to manifest your life, then great. Put things into motion, put things into perspective, and work towards it. We're all quite impatient when it comes to the things that we want. We think that, I heard a quote from Dean Graziosi, which I think came from Tony Robbins. We overestimate how much we can do in a year, but we really underestimate what we can do in 10 years. So that's a lot. Imagine what you could do in 10 years. I know it seems a long time in your life, but imagine, I am 31 now. In 10 years' time, if I've got the business that I'd love, that I can spend time with my kids, be not financially free, give me the freedom to do whatever I want, go on holidays whenever I want, buy whenever I want. I think 10 years, which means I'm 41, I'm still young. I am still young. I could have another 40, 50 years left in my life, and then them 40, 50 years, I have lived every single day how I wanted to. How amazing would that be? So don't ever think that time is against you. You can start when you're 50, you can start when you're 80. It's entirely up to you, because it doesn't matter how long you've got left, because every day that you live in is amazing. Every day that you live in is just going to be wondrous, because you're designing your own destiny. You're creating your own life. You're creating you're just creating the world around you and your family and everyone that's in it, and you're just creating all this magic because you are creating your own destiny of how you want to be in life. Right, that's about it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I am going to be giving away that free course. As I said, please go to freedomliveschool.com/free-live-workshop. Fill out that one question and you get the 6-week course once it's ready, free. And there will be live trainings in it. There'll be all sorts of different things. So make sure that you get the course for free, because it is going to transform your life. That's it. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope to hear or see you again very soon. Bye.